See, let us recall the topic where we had left. Last day, we got at the end the distance of a line. Distance of a line x plus by plus c is equal to 0 from x1, y1. The distance we got. Obviously, this is perpendicular distance. Distance means perpendicular distance, and we got what? If the line is then perpendicular distance Pn by root over of a square plus b square. Okay. We got intercept form also. This is a straight line with intercept x and y axis, that is at a comma 0, 0 comma b. So straight line of intercept form x by a plus y by b is equal to 1, where a is equal to x intercept, b is equal to y intercept. So at the end of last class, we had discussed this topic. Now, suppose you have got one parallelogram. Parallelograms, opposite sides equations are provided. Say x plus by plus c is equal to 0. a1x plus parallel line, c1 is equal to 0. This line is and this line see how to comprehend that these lines are parallel. That also discussed in the previous class, that x and y's coefficients are same. They are only differed by constant terms c and c1. Here x and y's coefficient are same. They are only differed by c1 and c2. So this is a parallelogram and you are told to find the area of this. What is the general perception? General perception of getting the area of this parallelogram. See, first our motto will be to simplify these two equations and get this point. Then we will simplify or we will solve these two equations and get this point, and these two equations I will get this point. Then the diagonal will be joined and diagonal will be joined. You will get the area of this triangle by getting 2 points. Okay, A, B, C, D. Let see, after solving these two, you will get the coordinate x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, and that is x4, y4. Now, once you get these 3 points, say ABC, What will be the area of the triangle? Area of the triangle in junior class you were taught. Area of the triangle half x1 y2 minus y3 plus x2 y3 minus y1 plus x1 y1 minus y2. Okay, so by solving, once you get ABC, you put that ABC in this formula, you will get area of that triangle, then make it twice, you will get the area of the parallelogram. But that is a long run process. How will you get the answer in short span? Before that, before introducing that formula of getting the area of the parallelogram in short while, we should know from where it is originated. Because mathematics must not be the bunch of formulas. It is the fathom of knowledge. Understand? Though in exam, according to the requirement, we need some shortcut formula. But if you know the mechanism that from where it is originated, your role will be much more simpler. What is your role? To memorize the formulas. So let us discuss how we get the area of parallelogram. Now, before doing that, see, if you get two straight line of this type, straight line of slope form, straight lines of slope form. This angle is theta. This line is m1x plus c1. This line is m2x plus c2. And this line y is equal to mx plus c. So, you consider this angle as theta 1, this angle as theta 2, and the included angle between these two lines, included angle between two lines be theta. Okay. Now you recall the formula of a basic trigonometrical Euclidean relation between the angles. See, this is the exterior angle, theta 2. Theta 2, this is theta 1. Theta 2 is equal to theta 1 plus theta. So what about theta? Theta 2 minus theta 1. Now you take tan to both sides. Once you have taken tan to both sides, how will you expand it? Just use of tan a minus b, trigonometry. Class 11 level trigonometry. Now what is tan theta 2? Tan theta 2 is nothing but m2. What is tan theta 1? it is nothing but M1. So it will be M2 minus M1 by 1 plus M1 M2. Put it in mod. This is the way of finding angle between two lines. Now, one line is given, y is equal to root 3x plus 5 and root 3y x plus 2. You are told to find the angle between them. So first our role is to put both the lines in slope form. See, the first line is already given with slope form. Second line, you have to convert into slope form. See, y is equal to root 3x plus 5. That is equation number 1. And second equation, root 3y x plus 2. So y is equal to 1 by root 3x plus 2 by root 3. That is equation number 2. Now you write this thing as M1, this thing as M2. Now you use that property. Let theta be the angle between them. Tan theta, see which is bigger, root 3. You write root 3 first, then 1 by root 3. 1 plus root 3 into 1 by root 3. So tan theta, take the LCM. Here root 3 cancel. So two cancel. So tan theta 1 by root 3 means tan pi by 6. Theta is equal to pi by 6. Understand? So if you get two angle like this, you have got interior angle as pi by 6, suppose. Then another angle, exterior angle, that will be pi minus pi by 6. Okay? Theta or pi minus pi by 6, that is 5 pi by 6. This is the way we can find the angle between two lines. Now, as per discussed earlier, we will find the area of the parallelogram. Let us draw one parallelogram. Okay. A, B, C, D. Now the topic is area of parallelogram, whose four equations of four sides are given. Here I am letting AB this is x plus by plus c is equal to 0. So this line is parallel to this. C1 is equal to 0. So CD AD is what? AD I am letting A1x B1y plus C2 is equal to 0. So this line is parallel to this. So that is AD. A1x plus B1y plus C2 is equal to 0. And BC will be what? A1x B1y plus C3 is equal to 0. Okay? Now, you drop a perpendicular DM on AB. You do one thing, produce it. And from here also another perpendicular is drawn. Let this angle is theta. So by alternative angle property, this is also theta. Now, one thing you have to memorize, which we have missed out in time of discussion. See, you got distance between a line and point. That is a perpendicular distance. Now, better here you see I left one empty space. See, distance between two parallel lines. Distance between two parallel lines. Suppose one line is given x plus by plus c is equal to 0. Another line x and by will remain same. They will be differed by c1. Okay. Now, the figure will be like this. there is point P on this line, say x plus by plus c is equal to 0. And from here, we have to draw a perpendicular on the line parallel to the previous. Okay. This is x1, y1. So we are let P be a point lies on x plus by plus c is equal to 0. What does it mean? Means once the point lies on this line, then on that flicker of moment, that x will be replaced by x1, y will be replaced by y1. So I can write a x1 plus b y1 plus c, 0. What about PM? Distance PM is what? That distance formula which we have already done. Ax1 by1 plus c by root over of a square plus b square. See, ax1 plus by1 plus c1 by root over of a square plus b square. Now, what about ax1 plus by1? Ax1 plus by1 is minus c. So, in place of this, if I put that minus c, that will not bring any difference, but make this thing easy. Minus c plus c1 by root over of a square plus b square. So this is the distance between two parallel lines. Okay, suppose you have got 2x plus 3y plus 6 is equal to 0 and 2x plus 3y plus 9 is equal to 0. So distance between them 9 minus 6 by root over of 3 square plus 2 square. Okay, so this is the distance between two parallel lines. Now, how that concept will bring some privilege here. See, this point I have let M and this point N. Now, what about DM? DM is the shortest distance between CD and AB. DM shortest distance or perpendicular distance, shortest distance or perpendicular distance between CD and AB. CD and AB. So, few minutes back, this is DM, the concept which we have few minutes back consumed. So, N is the perpendicular distance between two parallel lines AD and BC. That means C2 difference between the constant term by this. So this is N, this is DM. I am letting this is as P1, this is as P2. P1, P2. Okay. Now, you join the diagonal. What is the area of this triangle? Area of triangle ADB, half base into height. AB into DM. AB into DM. Okay? Half AB into DM. Now, if I consider this triangle, here you see, here you observe, sin theta is what? Perpendicular by hypotenuse. Perpendicular by hypotenuse. DM by AB. Or if you consider this shaded triangle, here in triangle ANB, sin theta perpendicular by hypotenuse. Okay. What is N? N is nothing but P2. Therefore, AB will be P2 by sin theta. AB will be P2 by sin theta. So, in place of AB, I can put P2 by sin theta. And instead of DM, I can write P1. So, area of the triangle ADB has become half P1 P2 by sin theta. So what about the area of parallelogram? So area of parallelogram ABCD will be twice of this. So this is the area of the parallelogram you can find. But that is not the working formula. That is by definition we have got. We have to convert it into working formula. See, what is theta? Theta is that angle between AD and AB. Theta is the angle between AD and AB. See, in this figure, AD is what? AD is this. Can I convert it into slope form? Yes. Y is equal to minus A1 by B1 into X plus C2 by minus C2 by A1. So this straight line is converted into slope form. So I will indicate this thing as M1. And AB, what is the equation of AB? Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. C is equal to 0. So can you convert it into slope form? Obviously. Y is equal to minus A by B x plus minus C by B. I will denote it at M2. So we have got M1 and M2. Now, you find tan theta over here. Tan theta M1 minus M2 by 1 plus M1 M2. Okay. Tan means sine by cos. M1 is what? Minus A1 by B1. M2 is what? Minus A by B. Okay. So, by 1 plus minus A1 by B1 minus A by B. So, sin theta by cos theta minus minus plus, you complete the LCM and you will get BA1 minus AB1 by AA1 plus BB1. Okay. Now, you, according to the rule of ratio proportion, you exchange this component. Sin theta by okay. Now we will use the ratio proportions property properly. Okay, see, till now we have got sin theta by a1b minus ab1 cos theta a1 plus b1 is equal to square root of, it is the property of ratio proportion. In class 10 you are supposed to be taught. Okay, this is 1, and if I open it, I will get class 7 levels algebraical calculation. So what is sin theta? A1b minus ab1 by okay. Therefore, area of the parallelogram P1, P2 sin theta. Okay, this is the derived part of us which we had got few minutes back. What is P1? This thing is P1. Where is P2? This thing is P2. You drag them, you plug them and put there. Plug and put there. You see, P1 is C minus C1 by root over of a square plus b square. What about P2? C2 minus C3 by root over of a1 square plus b1 square. Divided by sin theta. What is sin theta? We have got this. You plug it and put here. This part cancel, this part cancel. So, area of the parallelogram C minus C1, C2 minus C3, A1B, A1B. So this is the area of the parallelogram. If you know this formula, and if 4 equations means pair of opposite and parallel sides equations are provided, then within a minute you can find the area. Okay, for example, say 2x plus 3y is equal to 6, 3x plus 2y is equal to 5, 2x plus 3y is equal to 8, 3x plus 2y is equal to 9. Find the area of quadrilateral formed by them. Okay? See, first of all, you have to recognize the quadrilateral. You see, these two lines are parallel because x in these two lines, x and y's coefficients are same. They are differed by constant term. And these two lines are also parallel because coefficients are same. They are differed by constant. So, what is the area? Therefore, area of parallelogram C1 minus C2. So, if you write C2 minus C1, that will not make any difference. C2 minus C3 because we will put it in mod. Plus minus whatever be, it will be absorbed in mod. Then AB, A1, B1. So, you see your job is so simple and no need to do the conventional method. 8 by 5 square unit. Okay, this is the area of the parallelogram. Now, normal form of a straight line. Normal form of a straight line. Suppose there is a line, let AB be a line intersects the coordinate axis. Now, OP is drawn perpendicular to AB and OP makes angle alpha with positive direction of x-axis. Okay. So if this is alpha, this is 90 degree, this will be 90 minus alpha. And if that is 90 minus alpha, this will be again alpha. Okay. Now, by intersect form, equation of AB x by OB plus y by OA is equal to 1. Intersect form. From that result, what conclusion I can draw? See, if I consider this triangle, See, this is I am let normal form means AB is a straight line and OP is perpendicular. Magnitude of OP, say P. This length is small p. Okay. Then what will be the equation of AB? AB's equation we have got. Now, cos of angle B is what? Base by hypotenuse. This is base. Base by hypotenuse. And sin B perpendicular OP by hypotenuse. The sin B is what? Sin 90 minus alpha. OP is P and that is OB. So, it is cos alpha. So, OB is what? P by cos alpha, P sec alpha. So, instead of OB, I can write P sec alpha. Now, in triangle OPA, cos A or sin A perpendicular by hypotenuse, OP by OA. A is what? Alpha. OP is P. OA we have to get. So, what about OA? P by sin alpha. That means P cosec alpha. So, that OB, that value of OB and OA will be plucked and put here. X by P sec alpha, because OB is sec alpha, Y by P cosec alpha is equal to 1. So, X cos alpha plus Y sin alpha is equal to P is the equation of a straight line in normal form, where alpha is the angle made by the perpendicular from origin to the given line. Okay, so that is called normal form. X cos alpha plus Y sin alpha is equal to P. Okay. Now, suppose there is a straight line x plus by plus c is equal to 0. This concept right now I am going to discuss, that is very important for JEE type, means conceptual question. See, suppose there is a point x1, let x1 y1 be a point lies above the line. So that is x1. Now from there, suppose this point is P and let us drop one perpendicular from P on x-axis. Okay, let P is x1 y1 lies above the line x plus by plus c is equal to 0. Let PM is drawn perpendicular to x-axis, perpendicular to x-axis, meets x-axis at M and the line at N. Okay, so you observe that point P and N have same x component. Its x component, N's x component and P's x component are same. Okay, but how do they differ? This is y1 and that is I am letting y2. Then let x1 y2. What is observed here? N lies on x plus by plus c. As N lies on x plus by plus c is equal to 0. What is N? x1 y2. A in place of x, x1 plus b in place of y, y1. Okay, plus c is equal to 0. Sorry, that is x1 y2. y2. Now, according to the figure, which is bigger? Which lies above whom? Obviously, y1 is greater than y2. Straight approach from the figure. y1 is greater than y2. Now, what is y2? From here, you extract the value of y2. That is y2. Just drag the value and put here. Okay. Now, cross multiply. Okay. So what you had let first, that the P point lies above the line, and what you have got here, x1 plus by1 plus c greater than 0. That means if I consider in reverse manner, that x1 plus by1 plus c greater than 0 means the point x1 y1 lies above the line. So this is the condition. Is the condition. This is the condition which implies that x1 y1 lies above the line. So by our own comprehension we can say had it been less than 0, that means x1 y1 lies below the line, and if x1 plus by1 plus c is equal to 0, then x1 y1 lies on the line. These are three conditions: above the line, below the line, on the line. Okay? Is it that much of tough? No, I think. Now, from this concept, we can examine a point lies in which side of the line. Okay? Now, if 2 points are given, we can judge whether they lie in the same side of the line or in the opposite side of the line. Okay? See, there is a straight line and 2 points are given. One point is x1 y1 p, and another point is q x2 y2. Okay? The line is x plus by plus c is equal to 0. Now P lies above the line. Therefore, x1 plus by1 plus c greater than 0. Okay? And here q lies below the line. That means x2 by2 plus c less than 0. So this is positive, this is negative, and if I divide first one by second, positive by negative is what? Negative itself. So you divide, level it by 1 and 2. 1 divided by 2, we get x1 by1 plus c by x2 by2 plus c. Positive by negative, negative. Once you get this condition, see from this condition and this figure, what you can comprehend, that this is the condition that the 2 points lying in the opposite side of the line with respect to each other. So this is the condition that 2 points x1 y1 and x2 y2 lie in the opposite side of the line. This is the condition that the 2 points lie in the opposite side of the line with respect to each other. So what is the condition that the point lies in the same side of the line? You see, suppose there is a line, one point P, that is x1 y1, another point Q, x2 y2. This line is x plus by plus c is equal to 0. Here what is observed? Both P and Q, both P and Q lie above the line x plus by plus c is equal to 0. Therefore, x1 plus by1 plus c by x2 plus by2 plus c, both will be positive. This will be positive, this will be positive. So if you divide, then you will get positive. And if they, suppose they lie in the below part, suppose this point is x1 y1 and this point is x2 y2. If they lie below the line, then x1 in both the cases it will be less than 0. Now if you divide this by this, division, positive by positive, will be positive. If you divide this by this, negative by negative, that is also positive. So, whether both the points lie above the line or below the line, that will not matter. This is the condition. It implies they lie in the same side. Therefore, this is the condition that the points x1, y1 and x2, y2 lie in the same side of the given line. Okay? Now, one triangle is drawn, sir. Here, AB's equation is given. Say this is x by plus c is equal to 0. A1x plus B1y plus C1 is equal to 0. A2x B2y plus C2 is equal to 0. So AB is what? Okay. Now, let us take one point. Let alpha beta P, I am letting P be a point lies inside the triangle. Okay. And from assuming that the point lies inside the triangle, we will find the condition that of the point lies inside a triangle. See, suppose by solving AB and AC, I am getting a point x1, y1. By solving AB and AC, we get point A x1, y1. AC and BC, we get point C, X2, Y2. And by solving AB and BC, we get point B, X3, Y3. And P point is alpha, beta. Now, we will make a condition which will imply that P lies inside the triangle because we have already let it. Now, A and P lies in the same side of BC. See, A and P lie on same side of BC. Therefore, A1 X1 plus B1 Y1 plus C1 by A1 alpha B1 beta plus C1 greater than 0. This is one condition. Why? Because few minutes back we are taught, we have gone through, if 2 points lie in the same side of a line, then by putting, you will get those value whose ratio will be positive. Now, B and P, B, what is B? X3, Y3 and P alpha beta lie on same side of AC. AC's equation is this: A2 X3 B2 Y3 plus C2 by A2 alpha B2 beta plus C2 greater than 0. This is inequation number 2. Okay. Now, C X2 Y2 and P alpha beta lie on same side of therefore A X3 plus BY3 plus C by A alpha B beta plus C greater than 0. This is inequation number 3. So we have got inequation 1, 2 and 3. Combining 1, 2, 3. Okay. Combining the condition 1, 2, and 3, we can frame, or you can form, we can get the condition that P alpha beta lies inside the triangle. So if one of these three conditions is somehow broken, that means the point lies outside the triangle. Otherwise, lies outside. Okay, so if these three conditions, 1, 2, and 3, at a stretch occur, then we can say the point lies inside the triangle. Otherwise, if at least one of those three conditions are somehow broken, then the point lies outside the triangle. Okay, so hope you understood the condition that the point lies inside the triangle or outside the triangle. Understand? Now, another thing today we will discuss to find the image of a point with respect to a line. Okay? Image of a point with respect to a line. Find the image of a point, say x1, y1, with respect to a line x plus by plus c is equal to 0. Okay? So what is our basic perception? Suppose there is a point, there is a line given, this is a point, we will drop a perpendicular. Okay? This line is x plus by plus c. We will get the foot of the perpendicular m, suppose. Now we will find the slope and find its product, and somehow I will get the point m. Then I will stretch it equally downwards. Say this is the image. P dash is the image. Once you, by solving Pn and this line L, once you get m is the midpoint of P and P dash. So you will get the image. But see, in finding in that way, it will take time. So there is a formula. If you can learn and memorize, then within a minute you can get the image. Suppose you let x2, y2 be the image of P with respect to the line x plus by plus c is equal to 0. So what is the formula I have just told? I am writing the formula x2 minus x1 by a, y2 minus y1 by b, minus 2 x1 by1 plus c by a square plus b square. Here a, b, c, x1, y1, everything will be known. You will get the value of x2, y2. So you will just spend 2 or 3 minutes. But you can ask from where it is coming. Because unless and until you accept it by your heart, then hardly you can use the formula in proper time. Okay, so though sometimes recalling the formula will work for us, but if that is not consumed by heart, then in hardly we can implement that formula in sum. Okay, so out of the blue, once you use this and get the answer, that is not all. We have to know from where it is originated. Okay, so out of the demand, see, this is P. What is the slope of the line? Line is given L. X plus by plus c is equal to 0. Y is what? So here, this is slope. Now, x2, y2 is the image of P. x2, y2 is the image of P. So, M is the midpoint of P dash. So, what is M? That is M. Okay. Now that M lies where? M will lie on this line. M lies on x plus by plus c is equal to 0. So in place of x, I will put the component. In place of y plus c. Okay. Now, x1 plus x2 by1 by2 plus 2c is equal to 0. That will give us x2. See, you split 2c into c plus c. Then x2 by2 plus c is equal to minus x1 by1 plus c. This is, I am leveling by equation 1. So how does it help? You see, this line and this line perpendicular to each other. So what is the slope of P, this line? P dash. Slope of P dash. y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. And slope of L, slope of L minus a by b. Now, how these two lines are related? They are perpendicular to each other. This is M1, this is M2. See, we can write M1 into M2 minus 1. So, y2 minus y1 y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 into minus a by b is minus 1 itself. Minus will cancel from both sides and you will get y2 minus y1 by b is equal to x2 minus x1 by a. Now again you will have to use the ratio proportions property which today already been discussed. What is that? See, you do one thing, you multiply numerator, see, numerator by a, denominator by a, it has become a square, numerator by b, denominator by b, b square, that is equal to a x2 minus x1 b y2 minus y1 by a square plus b square. Okay, so a x2 minus x1 by a square b y2 minus y1 by b square, we have got ax2 plus bx2 minus ax1 plus by1 by a square plus b square. Now we have to append a plus c and to balance here plus c. So how now you can cut that a and b which extra you had to introduce. So it has become x2 minus x1 by a, y2 minus y1 by b. See, few minutes back you got what you got? You got this result x2 plus by2 plus c is equal to minus x1 plus by1 plus c1. So you can write instead of this x1 plus by1 plus c minus x1 plus by1 plus c by a square plus b square. So x2 minus x1 by a, y2 minus y1 by b minus twice x1 by1 plus c by a square plus b square. This is the shortcut formula, though to establish the formula we had to spend little bit time, but if you can restore this in your hard disk, means in your mind, so easily by a second or by a minute you can find the image. For example, you just check 2, 3 and the line 2x plus 4y plus 6 is equal to 0. Question is, find the image of the point with respect to the line. Time 1 minute. Formula x2 minus 2 by a, y2 minus 3 by 4 minus twice ax1 plus by1 plus 6 by 2 square plus 3 square. So in 1 minute you have found, but still some calculation is left. X2 minus y, y2 minus 3 by 4, and this here you have to be careful. 4 plus 12, 16, 22 by 13, 44 by 13. So x2 is what? 2 minus 88 by 13. y2 is what? 3 minus 176 by 13. So x2 26, that will be minus 62 by 13, y2 minus 137 by 13. This is the image. So if you know this formula, your task will be simpler. Okay. So many properties we have discussed today, but few things still left. Because straight line, like in mathematics, if you discuss something, some more things will be invoked. It cannot be measured, unfathomable. So you have to wait for next class. Hope this concept has left some impression in you. It brings some interest in you in math. Math is not so tough. It is one kind of mirror of life. So you keep on seeing the VidyaNest channel, subscribe. You try to contact us as soon as possible to consume more knowledge on this. Okay. So till then, goodbye. Hope everything will go smooth. Thanks a lot. Bye. ঠিক আছে? আচ্ছা, এটা চেঞ্জ করে আসি।